Yeah, I got a bone to pick with you. I'm so sorry for that, guys. That's just a bad joke. Very bad. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is MCLegoboy here with 75299. Trouble on Tatooine. 276 pieces of a Mandalorian battle pack. Wait, what? That's not right. Oh my gosh. What did I do? I don't know. That's interesting. Why does it say The Mandalorian, the Child? Weird. Anyway, this box has nothing in it. Just fair warning. I don't know. I've been doing this lately.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Get on with it.
This set, I don't remember how much it costs. I think it's $30, which is decent enough, considering the fact that you get the Child, who we know the name of. It's Grogu. How cool is that? I know a bunch of people had some issues with Grogu as his name because it didn't start with a Y, and also it's like we've been calling him the Child or Baby Yoda all this time. But I think like it's kind of run its course now. Everybody's cool with it because like we finally have a name, so we're just gonna call him by the name that he's been given. So anyway, you also get the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, in his full Beskar armor. This is why I didn't want the Razor Crest, and boy am I happy I didn't get the Razor Crest, because one, I didn't really care that much about the ship, and two, it blew up. Yeah, dude. Good riddance. But you get him in his full Beskar armor with printed arms. Come on, that's pretty cool. And you also get this Tusken Raider. I should get my other Tusken Raider though, because unlike my Captain America review, I need to get stuff to compare with. So I'll grab that Tusken Raider soon enough. As for the set itself, just like upon first impressions of seeing it, I was disappointed that there was no Cobb Vanth. And I don't know, they make it seem like there's a bit of a clash between the Tusken Raider and the Mandalorian, and I'm like, wait a minute, not even in any instance have we seen that the Mandalorian has gone against these Tusken Raiders. In fact, they're like allies every time that he goes to Tatooine. He's talking to him in sign language. So like, don't put them against each other. Like, these are buddies, these are pals. This is like when I saw that Embo was going after Padme and Anakin. I'm like, hey, whoa, man, that's not cool. Like, you guys were bros. You went up against Hondo. Like, you guys get each other, right? Don't you? Maybe not. I don't know. Probably not, I guess. So anyway, I'm getting like way sidetracked. It comes with the speeder, comes with the crossbow that they fight the crate dragon with, and it comes with half a hut for the Tusken Raider. So yeah, I'll just bring the set out. And extra pieces everywhere. Yeah, just extra pieces. Lots of little extra pieces, because this little speeder bike is decked out like crazy. So yeah, this is the set when it's built. I don't know, just kind of overall thoughts. I think it could be a little better. I think I would be happier if there was a way to kind of close the hut all the way, because my experience with a hut made out of Lego before was Yoda's hut on Dagobah from 2003, and that's a great hut. In fact, I'll get it for a comparison. This crossbow is pretty neat. I do like how it's constructed. I do wish that there was a little bit more you could do with it in terms of like Oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew this would happen. Hello? Give me a second.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I'm disappointed to say that it was not a sales call. It was actually something a little more personal. So, anyway, I'll go get the comparisons, and we can finally start this review 7 minutes in. All right, so we're back. I've got tons of comparisons. Let's begin. So the first two things you build are the minifigures. This little baby carrier for Grogu is very tight and restrictive on the body of these little babies. I've never gotten a baby figure before, so I can actually see how tiny they really are, because wow, are they tiny. Honestly, this is like to scale of what Yoda should be for a normal person. So to think that like the baby version of his species is as big as Yoda should properly be scaled to a minifigure, I mean, that's a big baby. So yeah, they got a little bit of printing on them, and I'm very impressed with the dual molding for the hands. It's just a nice little detail. Wonder how it works, you know. His head, a little rubbery, and it's connected via a peg, just a normal peg. So that's pretty cool. So, unfortunately, you don't get any extras of these, but you know, whatever. Crap! I left my bounty hunter. I left my minifigs for the Mandalorians. Oh well. But this is the newer cape as compared to a long old cape. It sticks way out on the sides. I'm guessing you guys know who this figure is now.
Dishonor! Dishonor on your whole family! Make a note of this. Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your cow!
There will be a reason why he's here. He's got some back printing. He's got front printing. A lot of good details on him. And even though this set is based off of Season 2, no face underneath, even though we've seen his face at the end of the first season, and even into the second season, we do see him without his helmet a couple times. But like one of the most interesting things about this figure is that it does come with arm printing. Now, I'm going to show you the worst arm of the two, and the only reason why this is the worst arm of the two is because my print's just a little less prestigious. But there is the Mudhorn signet. There's his vambrace with buttons and such. On the other side, we've got his shoulder. Ew, my thumbnail's a little green. I was making carrot cake earlier today, and even though I had a glove on, I did nick the grater a little bit, and so I've got a bit of orange on my finger. I will let you know in an update whether or not that cake turned out successful. And then we have his other vambrace that comes with all of the whistling birds, I think is what it's called. So, pretty neat looking minifigure. About the only thing that I don't like about him is that they didn't print on any of the details for his helmet. Like, there aren't any of the like sharp angle lines there. That's actually perfectly fine for not having anything there. But I am surprised that they didn't print on the I don't know what you would necessarily call it, but like that little middle part on him. Only because like it is kind of a signature feature of his helmet. I want to say they do kind of print the angles at the bottom of his visor, where it's absent there. His cheeks kind of stick out a little bit lower, but they didn't print on that one little thing. Oh, here we go, phone again. Hello?
Later.
It was another personal call. This is really annoying. But I'm not changing anything. So, yes, anyway, they don't have the little thing that they printed on, they haven't printed on his helmet. And it seems like it would be really easy to do because you just need to be up on top. Plop, you're done. Although, I mean, to be fair, my arm didn't come out super perfect. So that does mean it's fallible to, like, you know, hey, they printed on and it went like cockeyed or it was off to the wrong side or whatever. So, you know, whatever. I'm still pretty happy with this as is. You can still tell that it is the Mandalorian. That's something that has kind of become a bit of an issue with Star Wars when it comes to the Lego sets, is that, like, they start becoming more detailed and accurate, but the problem you run into is that you then end up, like, kind of losing the Lego charm in it, and it's really more about getting the accuracy than just capturing the essence, because a kid's not going to care if it's 100% accurate. That's only stuff that us old people care about, that have been, like, supporting this theme for the past 21 years, and this is actually the 22nd year that Lego Star Wars has been around. So, like, you know, us old people, we care about that stuff, and it's like, we don't need all the details. We just need it to be the thing. You know, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect or accurate or to scale or whatever. Like, you know, whatever. It's a Lego set. Like, let it be a Lego set, you guys. It's cool. So anyway, his guns. Just a black pistol-y type thing. And then the longer gun. A little disappointed that it doesn't come with the stock on it. That's something that, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a way that it could have been done with the larger scale gun, but maybe not. I don't know. This suffices. Although I kind of wish it was silver and not black. And I know that they've made these parts in silver before, so, like, maybe make silver this time, you know, or gunmetal. But anyway, moving on, we have this Tusken Raider. For a long time, I didn't think that this was a good head. Turns out, I love it. It's pretty great. It's dual molded and everything. It is the same figure that comes with the Bantha Microfighter. So if you do get the Bantha Microfighter, well, now you'll have two of these guys. It costs the same as this set did. No, actually, I think the set cost another $10. It was $29.99 and $19. But anyway, so yeah, you know, unfortunately, they're kind of clones of each other. Comparing it to the old Tusken Raider, yeah, it looks very different. So yeah, there you go. And he's got a gaffy stick, so neat. Whoop, there we go. So yeah, speeder bike. It is a speeder bike, and it is one of the most decked out speeder bikes I've ever seen. Like, wow. It's got a lot on it. Oh, speaking of minifigs, there's no jetpack for him. It's a little disappointing that he didn't come with a jetpack. But, you know, none of the Mandalorians in the battle pack came with a jetpack either, so I guess I'm one of those old people that cannot be pleased with what he's been given.
Yep. What do we say when someone gives you something?
About time!
That's my boy.
But I recently watched the first episode of season 2. I watched chapter 9 again. Except not really. I only watched the part with the with the crate dragon, just like the big battle at the end. But yeah, he can sit on here. The main issue I'm running into with this is that, like, while he can hold onto the handles of the bike, they're like, yeah, they're very, very tight. You like, ugh. So it's a little too much friction for my comfort, to be honest. And I really messed up this cape. All right. See, this is just, it's too much. I can't deal with it. So yeah. Very interesting way that they've designed this. They've got some stuff that's upside down in it, I think. They got stuff that's right side up. They've got stuff on angles. They've got, it's not, they got all kinds of things to make this work. They even have it to where you have the satchel thing that holds Baby Yoda on the side. I can't believe I just called him Baby Yoda and not Grogu. I've actually been more of a proponent of calling him the child or Grogu by name, not going Baby Yoda. It's actually not my style. Because it's not a Baby Yoda. It's a baby of Yoda's species. And he's 50 years old. They do include these little clear plates. And it lines up so that you can have it lay flat on the ground and it look good. But yeah, this speeder is just totally decked out. So I want to show you guys kind of the history of speeders.
This is what we got for our first ever speeders, the speeder bikes set from 1999. About as much detail as they got on it. They made sure that it had the backpack and it had a grill and it had the intake, and it was 2 lines there,
One of the other most notable contributions is the speeder bike that Anakin has in Episode 2 when he goes searching for his mother. Featured very prominently in that movie and in the trailer specifically. Yeah, looks good. Looks really good, actually.
They would also print on details. So this is what Count Dooku's speeder looked like back in 2002, maybe 3. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes the printing doesn't line up, like I mentioned earlier. You got that. You get other types of speeders. They make sure that they have the proper details and things like that. They print on stuff if you need it. They updated it at one point to have an old minifig trike piece as the base. So you're able to get some of those other kind of greebly things. You get something like the Bark speeder, really just the more new parts, taking more advantage of those newer pieces. And then you have this guy where they have all of their details stickered on. And this is already covered in dust because I accidentally had a drone fly by the bookshelf that this was under, and it kicked up a ton of dust. I mean, it was nuts.
So, when you look at this type of speeder, and unfortunately I don't have any of the speeder bikes from the Rebels sets, because this kind of matches more of that similar type of bike. About the closest you're going to get is the swoop bike from Episode 2. And this is the only version that they made of that, to my knowledge. So, this is about as close as you can get to what that thing was. So, yeah, they really do put in a lot of care and detail into some speeder bikes. And this is by far, one of the most intense things. It's actually a really fun build, because you're doing all these different things with angles and little brackets and things. So pretty cool. All right, let's get all of this out of the way, and we can talk about huts and compare huts. So when it comes to the hut, it's fine. I think it could be better, and really the only way that it could truly be better is if it really wrapped all the way around, and had an entrance, This, it works. I'm also not a big fan of how gappy it is up here. Or like down the sides, but I get it, because then you can't have it be open. You know, it wouldn't be able to open, like, it'd probably be able to open this far if they used the right parts to make it work. So, yeah. It's okay. I appreciate some of the effort. They do have this little thing out in front that you could, like, detach, I guess, or you could flip it up. But the problem you run into is that it doesn't really look good flipped up, so you don't really want to do that. And then when you try and bring it down, it breaks this section off. So, yeah, that's not too well designed. I do like that you have a little pot with a bone in it. I do like this, I don't know, I guess it's a bowl back here. I do like the little fire pit. I do like that you have a place to store the gaffy stick. That's all well and good. And I do like that it opens up, but it could be better. One of the most recent examples of a hut was actually from The Last Jedi. This is actually a pretty good hut because it's just packed full of features. So Luke's hut on Octo, or Octu, whatever. They call it Octu. I would really prefer Octo, to be honest. But you had like a thing that knocked this out. This all came off very nice and easily so that you could access the inside with a whole bunch of stuff, and you had a bed. This, it kind of has beds a little bit. There's more like seats, really. So, I don't know. I've never actually done this. You could place a guy right there. He's got nice and comfy right there, just hanging out. So really, like, the big issue with this is that it's not easy to really access some of the stuff inside. What this? Okay, yeah, that's right. I don't know what that green thing is, but I haven't touched this set in a while. I don't know. It's just the way things are these days. But what I really want to show you is this thing from 2003. So let's fold this guy back up. This is what you get today in 2021. This is what you got in 2003. I flip this up and I open it up. Now, granted, there's still not necessarily a lot, but like a little pot, you get a cup. I don't know what this thing is. You get a barrel and you get a bed. And inside that bed, you can store Yoda's lightsaber. It is completely detailed all around on the outside, complete with a printed roof with like tree roots on it. And it pretty much closes up entirely. And it's very nice for display because you can set this up against a wall and it looks great. This, I don't know like how to really display it. I guess, I mean, I don't know. And really, like, I hate to say it, but I think this is the only thing that I can display in addition to what I have for the Anakin killing all the Tusken Raiders scene. It'll help flesh it out, but I don't know what to do with the speeder, and I don't know what to do with the big old crossbow thing. But, you know, I'm not trying to say that this is a bad set, because I think it's actually pretty cool, but, like, this is definitely the weaker bit of the set. I think that they could have done a little bit more with the hut to make it look more like the huts that we've seen before in the movies and even in The Mandalorian. But speaking of that crossbow, this thing's cool. So it comes with little gears to simulate that. These, you can kind of move them around because you have this flex tubing right here. You're able to make a proper X with it. what I've seen most people actually have it as is this, which is not accurate at all. I think that's why they included the flex tubing, so that you could have it be like this and have it look proper. Simulation for all the little rope pulleys on there. Really, the only thing you can't do is actually like pull something back. I would love for that to see this kind of look like it's moving back, because the top ones you can actually move to make it look like they're going back, but I mean, there's only so much that can be done. Obviously, spring-loaded shooter does what the spring-loaded shooter is supposed to do. You get 2 of these in the set, so one of them is extra. I like to keep the other one with the hut because it keeps it out of danger. And this, because I don't want things shooting out at me, I'm just going to leave like that. I've had too many instances where these things have like shot me in the face. It does come with a nice 2x2 clear brick, so that's cool, and you got the feet on it. So yeah, like this I find to be very accurate to the show. And really all we're missing is a crate dragon. I don't think we're going to be getting one of those sets anytime soon. So yeah, but like really I think what this set is missing, either we need a Cobb Vanth to go along with this set, or and like I hate to lose Cobb Vanth, but there is room in the budget to make this hut a little better. I do like this little fire pit area. It's great. But, you know, having this half a tent, half a hut, half of whatever they call them, I don't know. So, yeah. One of my favorite things to do, though, because this is designed for a minifigure, is to remove that, take off the Mandalorian's head, and use this part as it was intended, although you do have to make sure that his head is a little not in the way, because yeah, he can't put his helmet all the way down, so he's gonna be like this. But then on top of that, wait for it, we gotta give him his guns. So look at that, best dad ever. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, the set, I mean, it's really more like you're obviously going to be getting this because it comes with Mandalorian in his full Beskar armor, printed on the arms. That's not very common. You know, I like printing on arms and like special moldings and things like that. They're a lot more common today than they were back in, you know, say like 2003, where like Boba Fett from Cloud City was the hottest thing ever, and he's probably still like one of the rarest minifigures for Star Wars fans. Anyway, not in terms of Lego. There's like a ton of stuff that's just super rare, but you know, that minifigure, it still goes for a ton of money.
Oh my god!
So like, I think I found once where like just one of the printed arms was $50. So that's how insane people are when it comes to minifigures with special printing. So yeah, but like this set, I mean, you're probably only going to get it for the figure. The build overall, like a very nice diverse build, none of it's boring. I will say though that like this is a little uncomfortable to like put a minifig in, because it's very stuck where it is, you know. Once you put it in, I mean, and that's kind of nice, but also, you know, I don't know how to really explain it. I mean, it's a great looking speeder, it's cool, but I don't know, like, I talked for too long. I don't know, you can't really like make sure that he's positioned just right. Now, I mean, that's kind of fair to say for like the other speeder bikes too. They kind of sit there and are static. But it doesn't even really feel like good to get him nice and firm in there. I don't know. And like this crossbow, really cool. So I don't know. Good set. And even if you don't care about like the set itself, a great selection of dark tan wedges, tiles, and plates. Got some good dark tan slopes. A number of like these curved 1x2 plates, or rounded 1x2 plates, and a number of the black 1x1 stud. So yeah, man, like a lot of good little mini small greebly parts in this set. So you're probably going to get it anyway because, I mean, the minifigures are great, but also I think the set is good. I mean, really, I'm harping on this hut. It's really not that bad, but it is one of those things that, like, it could look a little better. Like, don't believe me, the set sucks. Mainly because there's kind of no point to it anymore in 2025. In 2021, even then, the summer of 2021 completely made it irrelevant. Like, this set can't really do much with it. It's only here among the other things on Tatooine because I have nowhere else to put it. So, yeah. I think I was just trying to convince myself. I mean, it's well built, at least the speeder bike and the crossbow, but the hut section, not all that great. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. You would only ever get this now as a like completist. You have to get everything Mandalorian, or you have to get everything Lego Star Wars, you know. But this, it's okay by today's standards. Alright, this has been MCLegoboy with whatever the name of the set was, set number, and Trouble on Tatooine. See you guys.